Dear ghost children, thriving, bloodied, and bruised is my bread and butter. Such was my refrain until I slipped down some stairs trying to exercise an IKEA box, only to see stars like I did 5 years ago. You two were foretold to me, progeny of different Chinese fortunes, disappointing shades of mediocrity in a husband that has never materialized. The caprices of motherhood don't interest me, so you should seek some other mortal mother. Consider this one. Could not transform her fortunes into a living wage. Could not heed your grandmother's warning that this path is strewn with shrapnels of poverty. They'll bleed your dreams dry. But her operatic dreams embedded in our bloodstream demanded a stage. So she feigned alabaster audacity, forged a picture of good health, dreamed of ideas that could be executed, knocked off fear that could extinguish change, saw it all slaughtered for the altar of the status quo. This would-be mother of yours, how dare she offer up a vision of a world where you won't choke on polluted air and feel the loneliness of being made other? Perhaps if she could remember the contours of the letter F, but she could not, she might be able to transform her world and yours for the better. Footnotes. Footnote 1. IKEA. I pronounced IKEA the way my mom does. No, it's not because that's her Chinese accent. It's because she speaks Swedish fluently. Do you? Footnote 2. Only to see stars like I did 5 years ago. Shout out to all the sports medicine professionals who've helped heal me from all my injuries, particularly this concussion during a global pandemic. Footnote 3. Alabaster audacity. Kudos to my friend Andrew for this turn of phrase, and for his always funny and always accurate accounts of white fragility. No, not the fucking book. Footnote 4. Knocked off fear. It is a relief to have people help you voice harm. There have been many this past year, but Eva Berry and Mickey Rodriguez are two who are already doing great things in the world, and I am grateful to them. Footnote 5. The altar of the status quo. The status quo does not work for people who do not have X privilege, and in designing a world that is meant for people with X privilege, we have left so many others behind. It was my hope in 2020 that, at the very least, the arts sector could move away from the status quo and meaningfully dismantle the structures that have caused harm, acknowledge economic injustices, and how it marginalizes in so many punishing ways. Footnote 6. Perhaps if she could remember the contours of the letter F. I realized one day in January, when I couldn't remember how to spell the letter F, that the world was not designed for me.